I'm in Miami a couple years ago. I'm out with the guys, right? And this particular night, I'm with two of the guys, and they're both in relationships, committed long-term relationships. I'm single, having a great time, bunch of women, couple strippers, girl on girl shit going on. It's one of those nights, you know? Mm-hmm. And we on the same type of time, even though I'm single and they're both in relationships, right? Now, we have a ball, and the next morning we was all just chilling, having a conversation, just us three. And one of the guys is like, hey, why do you, cause so he listens to the podcast and he sees what I talk about when it comes to cheating and moving on, having a healthy relationship, being committed and things like that. And he like, bro, what makes you so sure that you're gonna be able to be faithful when you getting back in a relationship? Cause you see what we on, and we all used to be on the same shit. You single right now. How you know when you get in a relationship, you're not gonna be in the same shit that we on? Like, how are you so sure of that? Right? And my answer to him was, y'all only feel the way that y'all feel, and y'all only doing these things that y'all still do because y'all keep winning at it, right? Y'all in situations where y'all still with y'all girl, y'all got kids, y'all still have a solid family unit. You know what I'm saying? Your kid lives with you. The girl that you had kids with is still with you. No matter how many times you get caught, she stays with you. You keep rolling the dice and winning. I lost. Right. Every way I could have lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids don't live with me. I lost my opportunity of having that nuclear family. I had a kid by someone I barely know. I lost in every way that you can lose. I'm tired of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I paid the price. I know what this shit come with. Yeah. You don't. Like, because you haven't paid that price yet. Yeah. So today we talking about the concept of once a cheater, always a cheater. Because even though these are the guys, that's kind of what they was getting at. Mm-hmm. And a lot of women feel that way too. Once a cheater, always. A lot of people feel that way. It's not even a man-woman thing. Once a cheater, always a cheater. So today we're going to talk about, is the term true? Do we feel that way? How will we handle someone that cheated on us? And how do we know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that moving forward in relationships, that we won't cheat on somebody?
If you lazy, you waking up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shit like that,
popping bottles,
you're setting the tone for everybody because you're the leader.
Popping pills.
That's just what comes with being a man.
Popping bitch ass niggas.
I don't want nobody making decisions over my life except me. Not a woman, not a judge, not an officer, not no motherfucker.
When them bullets hit him up, look like son had a seizure. Run up, give it up, you know the procedure. I be sipping Jack and honey.
I don't think nothing can make me feel like a man. I don't think nothing can make me not feel like a man. You can't take the benefits of being a man without the responsibilities.
Give you niggas halo, got it.
Welcome back to Roses I Did. I am Terry Roseland.
I'm Jones.
What's the word, man? Highlights, lowlights. Let's get to it.
Highlights. What's the hell going on? I ain't gonna lie, it's like a normal week.
Okay.
It's a normal week. I've been dealing with some I was anxious this week for things, but I had to remind my own self that Philippians, I forgot the chapter. I think it was 4, 6, 7, whatever. I had to remind myself of that. I was anxious for things, but I mean that's normal. It's gonna come and go. We human. You're gonna get anxious. You're gonna feel like you want things right now, type shit. And you just got to know how to redirect yourself. So that's what I did this week. I got myself back right mentally. Yeah. About it.
Okay. Highlights for me. We had a great event Saturday. We titled our community event for young guys, The Village. It's for boys ages 12 through 19 raised by single mothers. The topic for this month was how to approach and treat women. It was a great event. We got enough donations to cover everything, and we appreciate everybody who donated. We appreciate everybody who shared it, everybody who everybody who had anything to do with it. We appreciate you. Even if you thought about the shit, we appreciate you. Next month, I'm thinking how to protect women, or I'm thinking how to build confidence. What you think?
We talking about like maybe how to build confidence.
How to build confidence. Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Also, I'm going to New York tomorrow night. So shout out to New York. If anybody's out there, you'll be hearing this Saturday morning, and I'll be there until Monday night. So holla at me. Hats. The hats dropped today, which today is the 5th. We drop merch every month on the 5th. I didn't have time to post the pictures today because I had a crazy fucking day. But the hats are out. Go to rosesaredead.org. Yeah, we got a .org because we do shit in the community. We ain't just out here with, .coms and shit. We ain't just here to entertain y'all niggas and shuck and jive for y'all niggas. We really out here for real. We doing shit. Rosesaredead.org. The hats are there. Lowlights, I have none.
That's great.
I have none. Cool. What news do we have? You got any news? I got some news. You don't got no news.
Nope.
It was a school shooting, and it was a black kid, and somebody took a picture of him, and I don't even know all the information. I saw a video, and I just didn't even want to read or watch anything else. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know, and if you don't, I don't fucking know. But it's even bigger than the situation, right? But anyway, it was a kid. Somebody took a picture of him, with the gun in hand in front of the locker, just kind of, how niggas just take pictures with guns for the internet. But this nigga's at school, in the hallway, with the pipe out, just taking a picture. Somebody put it on their story, like, oh, this nigga wild, and he came up here, tweaking with the ops, whatever, da-da-da. And then you swipe, and the next video is a teacher trying to stop the bleeding, and there's blood everywhere on a kid, and just keep the kid alive until help come, and telling everybody in the classroom to just sit down. That shit is unbelievable. School shootings is not something that's, don't get me wrong, niggas have shot outside of schools, or the school let out, the school parking lot, niggas be into it, gangbang, whatever. But niggas come in the classroom, that's just not something that's very familiar from my knowledge of black culture.
No.
I think this shit is just going too far. I used to have this crazy debate with the guy who runs the company I work with, Grow Community. Shout out to Grow Community. I never shout out the organization, but he always talks about the music and how he feel like the music played this huge role. And I always argued that the music perpetuates people, and it's the soundtrack to what niggas is already gonna do. But if a kid not like that, a song ain't gonna make him like that. A song not gonna make him go do some shit that that ain't already in him to do. Like, if you look at the kids that's doing shit, they are experiencing things. They are seeing friends get killed. They are being shot at. There's something that's, if you take the music out the picture, this nigga was going this route regardless. Right. The music might make this more culturally acceptable and more cool, but I don't think if someone has them experiences, they just getting out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? Could they do some shit like be out here carrying a gun on I was doing that dumb shit when I was a kid. I knew I wasn't finna shoot no fucking body. But the kids that's really out here, hard criminals, that music don't make a difference. However, I'm starting to change my outlook on that. I was thinking about the drill shit, Keith, Dirk, all these niggas at the time we was having that debate. Now, when we do our mentorship and I got these young guys in a car with me that don't know each other, they're asking each other shit like, hey, I'm finna play this song. One of y'all niggas from over there, y'all cool with me? They not listening to Dirk and Keith no more. They listening to they homies talk about shit that's really going on and niggas that they know. They ain't listening to Lil Durk talk about the niggas that, that he know and that he into it with. They listening to they homies from they hood talk about shit that just happened. And that's all they listen to all fucking day. And it's to the point where they finna get into it in the car. Like, oh no, don't play that shit. Them niggas my ops. Ooh, you fuck with them like in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, this not just like a one-time experience. This every time I pass a nigga. I don't even pass niggas to Ox no more. They not getting on Apple Music. They going straight to YouTube or straight to their notes in their phone, playing they homie from their hood talking about killing niggas that they actually know. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Like, the shit is crazy, bro. Like, I don't even have the words, bro. And at this point, we gotta look at the music, G. Every business has marketing and promotion, and I think deaf culture is a business right now. Private prison is obviously a business, and I think rap music is the commercial. It's the marketing, it's the advertisement to get into this lifestyle, and it's killing our kids at a crazy rate. And don't get me wrong, we ain't never gonna stop crime, and that's not what I'm trying to say right now. Like, ain't nobody else ever gonna get killed in the black community. I'm saying this shit getting unnecessary and it's just becoming cool. It's just like, it ain't even about what a nigga did or the shit that deep. It's just like, we was looking for some niggas to be into it with. Like, that's what's cool right now. It's just cool to be into it with niggas. It's cool to just, whatever. And that's different. That's not how it was with us. Like, It's just insane. It's crazy what's going on.
Brainwashed.
Yeah,
Literally. Like, they brainwashed.
programmed,
brainwashed, whatever. I'm sitting here as you telling that story. They in the car and yo, you like just asking like, yo, y'all listen. And these niggas talk. I think 50 Cent just said something, and on
said some real shit. I know
Yeah.
exactly. And I repeated that shit to a kid yesterday morning. Tough niggas live tough lives.
man, tough lives.
Live
And,
tough lives.
and if you want to be tough, you're gonna have to always have to prove
Yeah,
you're that.
yeah.
And so you're gonna be finding ways to do stupid shit just to uphold an image that you probably, accidentally gave yourself. And he asked, damn, what did he say in that? It was another part of the interview where he basically was saying about the shorties talking about in their music. He was like, back then it wasn't like that, but now they're talking about shit that they're actually doing right now. Like that shit happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that makes shit like way way different.
Yeah.
So
Like the rapper in Philly who got killed, they saying like he uploaded a video digging up somebody's grave.
what?
Digging up somebody's grave, and then somebody killed him. And I'm thinking like, bro, you was begging for a nigga. Cause like, let's say like I had a nephew, or
What
God
the
forbid,
fuck?
God forbid I had a nephew, my son, anybody, Lil Cut, somebody in my family was involved in some gang shit that they chose to be involved in for however many years they was involved in it. And God forbid something happened to them, right? They got killed, whatever the case may be. That's something that would obviously hurt. I'm not in the streets. It is what it is. It would be one of them situations like, damn, that hurt. I'm not about to go jump in the streets about this shit because this is a decision that you involved yourself in this, right? But it's unfortunate. It would hurt. But if somebody dug up the nigga grave, you gotta go, bro. Like now you getting niggas daddy that ain't even, this nigga might be 50 years old with a fucking job. He wants your fucking head, bro. Why would you do some shit like that? You got nigga auntie wanting to kill you now. Like, and these people who just probably grieving like, damn, like he made the wrong decisions. It is what it is. He was a good kid, but he lived that life and his lifestyle determined his death style. You dig up a nigga grave, bro. People not taking that the same way. It's civilians that want to kill you over some shit like that.
I ain't heard that.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like this culture
mouth
that
is
we
open
in
right
with
now.
this rap
I'm like-
shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. I want to say R.I.P. Them. He digging niggas' graves up. R.I.P. anyway. He a black man at the end of the day. Digging niggas' graves up is fucking crazy, bro. We in a hard space and shit like that make me not even want to talk about relationships that much no more. Like, but we do our mentorship with young men. It's gonna take a lot more than whatever the fuck we got going on to fix what's happening. But we got at this point we gotta protest the music, bro. Like we gotta stop because the music is making it senseless, like completely. It always been senseless, but the music is making it just.
It's you thinking of ways to
man.
like top or disrespect. Like what's the most like it started off with I bet you that won't be the last time that happened.
Yeah.
Cause it started off, we smoking on such and such pack. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm talking with my barber. If you got your mic on, you can jump in. I'm talking with my barber, and a nigga pulled out like it's a Kodak bar that I thought was funny, and it was a hit song, whatever. He was like, "What the fuck Kodak say? I knew the pill fake, but I still took it because I'm a gremlin." He was like, "Gee, a shorty will really take a fake pill because of what Kodak Black just said."
100%, I can see that.
Nigga, I know some grown men that'll probably be like thinking about that shit and pop a fucking fake pill, bro.
And when they do right after they do it, they make the status saying they just did it. Like I'm a gremlin.
And here we are with the other news of the day is Rich Homie Quan just passed away today off of a fucking pill. Like, well, that's what people were saying. He overdosed off a pill. So, and I heard the 911 calling and all that type of shit. Between I feel like pills right now, and don't get me wrong, niggas pop pills, whatever, cool, do what you do. Not even cool, do what you do. That shit feel like that shit seem like Russian roulette right now.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga that took a bad pill knew it was a bad pill. So when I talk to like even homies I got, they like,
you can't even tell.
My homie, baby, man, my pill man, good, bro. My pill man, ooh, that you buying that pill from a nigga that's buying it from a nigga that's buying it from a nigga that nigga ain't make the pill. He bought it from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So all of it is just I don't want to lose nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to die that don't gotta die, that don't need to die. And the culture, our culture is as toxic as it's ever been, and it's been toxic since NWA came out. But right now, it's like I couldn't imagine it being worse.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I couldn't imagine the shit being worse.
Hey, but to the point that you were saying about like protesting the music, and even to the point where Jones was saying as far as like brainwashed. I seen somebody on I think it was IG, and he was saying like we basically banned R. Kelly. You know what I'm talking about? Like motherfuckers was not fucking with Kills, and even though everything he did was wrong, but he never talked about that shit in his music.
Right.
Everything he did was wrong. Nobody's justifying that shit. But we canceled Kills' music.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wasn't talking about that shit in his music. So why the fuck we not canceling the drill culture? Like
niggas, that shit gotta stop, bro.
Niggas talking about murdering shit all day, killing people ops, killing people, brothers, sisters, digging niggas up, going to niggas' graves, all type of shit. And to speak to the brainwashing shit, the world is pushing that to us. They not telling us like, okay, this shit bad, but not saying that it's not, so don't take this out of context, but they telling us raping shit, doing shit to little girls. Like they making that shit like it's bogus, it's wrong, it's woo woo woo, but for the black culture, they not telling us like, okay, killing niggas is wrong, just as fucking wrong.
Yeah.
They push the narrative of like rappers and shit like that that's doing this shit. So of course that's what niggas fall into.
And it's fucked up, and it's very obvious because like remember Rick Ross almost got canceled maybe 10 years ago about the
Molly out of her champagne, she ain't even know it.
But he been talking about killing niggas for 10 years.
Exactly.
And that shit was cool. But when he said something that could happen to a white girl, or could affect a culture outside of his, it's like, oh no,
he losing sponsorships and shit.
We losing sponsorships. So it's just like, it's crazy, bro. And I think we should protest the fucking radio, all that stop the violence shit. But check out this new Lil Durk. The fucking record labels. And of course the pushback is gonna be like, all the record labels not making kids make the music. But they are, because Chief Keef was already making the music that he was making. But y'all put him in front of the world. Y'all chose to put him in front of the world and make that the standard. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could have chose somebody else that wasn't talking about that. And he could have just been in his little subset in his little world doing what the fuck he did. That shit affected the world, culture, bro. That shit affected like the world.
Chance don't rap about that shit. They don't push Chance like that.
Exactly, bro. So, unfortunately the media put shit in front of us and make shit blow up and make shit what it is. And right now, the culture just fucked up, man. I can't even say too much more about it. Let's just jump into the topic. Oh, you got anything else? Say on that?
Who got the power who got the immediate power to like put a dent in protesting it? The DJs. Like if the DJs like don't, if the message out there like you talking about killing people, this or that, we're not playing your music. Mm-hmm. If all the DJs kind of like, not all of them gonna get on one accord at the same time, but if it's like a domino effect, like if a popular DJ, like I'm not playing that type of music.
DJ Ferris get to pushing that shit, it's gonna go around.
Yeah, I think that'll help. You know what I'm saying? I think YouTube, because a lot of these 15, 16-year-olds, they ain't never been around a DJ either. Like that DJ shit need to happen for sure, because that's part of it. That's what make the shit hot and take it to that next level. Like the DJs kind of be the gap between a YouTube rapper and a mainstream nigga. So the DJ got to get cut too. But even going just straight to YouTube, like, why if I say, bitch, this da-da-da-da on the first 15 minutes of this podcast video, y'all not, you know what I'm saying, y'all blocking shit, y'all taking shit down, y'all demonetizing shit. But a kid could get on here on a 3-minute video and talk about nothing but killing people. Yeah. And y'all, this shit got 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit being censored. None of that. So, and that's what the 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds that's in the streets is going. They going to YouTube for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit. But let it be some shit about, some graphic shit about a white kid in a school shooting or some shit. Y'all taking that, y'all snatching that shit right off YouTube. But these black kids can talk about real murders non-fucking stop. And there's no censoring that shit. So, and that shit not by coincidence, and we all know that. So I do think we need to be applying pressure to YouTube, record labels, DJs, the radio. Everybody's making profit out this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even the black radio stations. I don't know who the fuck own Power 92, but I know everybody I know who worked at Black. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of the fact who making profit off this shit, it's people who work there who getting paid. All that shit, G. Like, this shit gotta stop, bro. It gotta stop. It's too many, like, young kids. This shit just crazy, man. Yeah. This shit crazy. Anyway, Let's get on this topic, man. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Do you believe it?
No, not in totality. No.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people can change. You know what I'm saying, depending upon what they lose, how much they get woke up. If you don't, because think about it. When you maybe when you was a shorty, you was still out the. I'm gonna just talk about me. When I was a shorty, I used to like to steal out the candy store, right? Take a little shit here and there. Like there's no consequences to that. You know what I'm saying? Until one day I got caught, and then the owner of the store, I had to be like, maybe my son's age, like maybe 11, 12, some shit, probably a little younger maybe. But I got caught one day, and it's over east. And the owner of the store, this older Mexican guy, he grabbed my arm tight as hell. First of all, that alone scared the shit out of me. He drugged me to the back of the store. He walked me to the back, like, come here. And it was a fucking, like, it was like a chopping table. Because, like in the Mexican communities, that like it'd be like what you call them? A bodega or some shit. Like they sell candy, they sell food. But it was a chopping board with a big-ass knife back there. He said, "This is what I do to people who steal from me." You know what I'm saying? And I'm a kid, G. So that I'm like, I never stole again. At least not from there. You know what I'm saying? So that was like that the consequence registered. Like that's too much. Yeah. So when it comes to cheating, like you lost a lot. So that drives I ain't with that. So but niggas who can get away with it, what's the incentive not to cheat?
I think your value system have to. I want to get into that a little bit later in the show, but to answer it in a short form, I think your value system has to change. You know what I'm saying? I think for you to change, your value system has to change. I always say it's easy to tell what a person's behavior going to be if you know what they want and what they value. Me and you could be working together at McDonald's today as co-workers, eating chicken nuggets all day in the back, knowing we ain't supposed to be eating these motherfucking chicken nuggets. And then you get promoted one day. Now you the manager, and you catch me eating chicken nuggets. You like, hey nigga, I'm finna write your ass up. You finna fuck the count up.
Yeah.
Right? He a company man now. His values is different, and his behavior gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So if you understand what somebody value, you can understand their behavior. And I think that when your values change, that's why when women come to me and be like, oh, I broke up with my ex, 6 months ago, that nigga said he read the way of the superior man, and now he read the like, you ain't changing your values in 6 months. Yeah. You're performing. And you might think that you have, but when you get in them situations, and you might change your mind. You might even change your heart, right? And you might have a conscience about what you're doing and still be doing it. But you have to really change your values to change your behavior. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good heart and still do some fucked up shit. You can have your mind right, and your mind can switch. Your mind can switch like shit. So you got to change your values for sure. Did that even answer your question though? What was the exact question you just asked me?
I ain't asked you no question.
No, you said you asked me. Whatever. So I don't believe the term either. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I do think people could change. I think changes in those regards are rare because, like you just said, you asked me, what if niggas don't reach the consequences? Why would they change?
Oh, I said, okay, yeah. You know What's the incentive for a nigga?
And the incentive could just be wanting more. Like I never got a consequence for stealing, but I stopped because my situation changed and I didn't have to no more. I had a better understanding of life. I had shit to lose. Especially stealing. I'm lying because I still steal from a corporation. Like I go in Target and steal. I'm not paying for no batteries ever, and I'm not paying for no water that's under my cart. I'm gonna walk off with that water. You gonna have to stop me, bitch. And I'm gonna say I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like so, but I never steal from a mom and pop store. I never steal from a privately owned store. I'm gonna say a black privately owned store. I would never steal from a privately owned store because I understand business and things like that as well. So I think more education, more consideration for others, your situation changing, you not having to do some of the shit that you used to do. I think, because guys cheat for different reasons too. So it could be insecurity. It could be validation from other men. It could be just a strong sexual desire you can't control. It could be a lot of factors and it could be just the desire for autonomy. We talked about that before. Niggas just wanting to feel autonomous and like I could do what I want to do, and this relationship made me feel like a child. You know what I'm saying? It could be so many different reasons. So one of those reasons could change and that could stop a nigga from cheating without consequences. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rare. I would say. I don't think that's like common. So I'm not.
And
even
most
trying to
niggas
sell
cheat.
That. Yeah,
most
yeah,
niggas cheat for sure.
We gonna be honest.
Yeah, we gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Most niggas definitely cheat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I just made a decision that like, man, I just didn't want to be in that category. Like I want to be. I jumped.
Yeah, you jumped.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: how would you handle? Since we don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater. You're dating, so we're gonna talk about the other side, and we still talking to men right now.
Yeah,
we're talking about women. You're dating a woman who expressed to you that she has a history of cheating. How do you handle that on a dating market?
She has a history of cheating on niggas?
Yeah.
I'm
a
out.
woman expresses that to you.
I gotta go.
How many women do you said we just said most men cheat. Do you think most women cheat?
Yeah.
So
I do.
Regardless if she expressed it or not, chances are she cheated on someone.
But for sure.
But so if you feel like if she tell you, you out.
I can't. Don't tell me
Don't
shit
tell
like that.
I was gonna talk about this on Patreon. Maybe I'll talk about it in more detail on Patreon. But I've dated multiple women who's told me like they cheated on niggas before. Like most women have told me that. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a difference. Like if a woman tells me, like, yeah, I got a history of cheating on niggas. You're a full blown cheater.
No, I'm not saying that they've cheated on everybody they've been with. I'm saying that it's in their history. I'm not saying. I guess the way I asked that. She's got a history of like this is just what she do. Like this is how she get down.
Yeah.
All right. Let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
A woman told you she cheated on a guy before.
I'm not thinking nothing of it.
Okay, why?
Number one, it was in the past.
Right. It's crazy how it's like the complete opposite answer. But go ahead.
You instantly back in the game. But number one is in the past. And I can't cut you off for that because I've done it before too.
Okay.
People change.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give somebody that grace. So regardless of what you said, you cheated in the past, whatever the case may be, I give everybody a clean slate in the door anyway.
Right.
And my boundary is so strong with that. I'm really not worried about you cheating on me because if you do and I find out, I'm gone.
Yeah.
So that's not like a concern of mine for real. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, and I also feel like what were the circumstances? I want to hear the story. Like we talk about the outcomes a lot. We talk about a chick body count and all this other shit, and this should be more about the story than the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like. You got one chick who got 15 bodies because she was dating niggas and she'll date them for 3 months, go on a bunch of dates and give them some pussy. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Right. But she been doing that for the last 8 years. She gonna have some bodies. Right? But you got another chick that got 3 bodies and cheated on every nigga she been with. She been with one boyfriend, had a side nigga. Like, fuck the outcome. What's the story? Like, that's what I need to know, the story. Like, how did we get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could be dating a girl that's got 3 bodies and she a real hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Hey, ladies, y'all cheat on Terry. He gonna be like, did you suck his dick?
Nah, I know you suck his dick, baby. Like,
it's a part of sex, ain't it? I heard the body.
Crash Out Terry, the return. Fuck you talking about? Part 17. Listen. I think like I want to know the story. And to be honest.
You want to know why they cheated.
Yeah, I want to know the story. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, most women's story usually be a nigga cheated on their first. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think women are more socialized. And I'm not saying that's everybody, but I think women are more socialized to want this commitment and the picket fence shit. So I don't think a lot of women are cheating young. Yeah. I think a lot of women are getting hurt and they cheating back and some women carry that into future relationships, whatever the case may be. So just because, she tell me that story and say that, oh, this nigga did this to me first, that don't mean that I'm just like, oh, you probably ain't gonna do that to me because I ain't gonna cheat on you first. You might carry some of that shit into this relationship. I might do something to trigger you and make you think that I cheated or bring back some old emotions and now you want to cheat. All of that shit is possible, but I'm not just Xing somebody out because they cheated. I'm also in a unique situation where I'm dating somebody that's being very honest with me. Mm-hmm. And that can be uncomfortable at times. But there is a sense of reassurance in that discomfort from the honesty, because it makes me feel like if something is an issue, you're gonna speak on it because you're used to telling me things that might make me feel uncomfortable and standing on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that we disagree on relationship wise that she's not backtracking when she says something, and I'm like, hell no. She not backtracking. She not trying to sugarcoat the shit. She not backing down from what she just said. She's standing on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling me about situations that she went through with a guy, and you know, she really had one relationship, and it just was all over the fucking place, right? As far as like the back and forth. However, the honesty and the accountability, because there's a lot of accountability in that. And it's also like, okay, I could date someone else that feels the exact same ways about the things that you're being honest is making me uncomfortable, that'll never tell me this shit.
For sure.
And I can buy into the thought that they're really this angel when really like it's the same thing. It's just a person that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not being honest about it. So to answer the question, how would I handle a woman telling me that she's a cheater before? I just need to know the story. I need to know if you could tell a story and take accountability while telling that story.
Yeah.
I need to know if you gonna at some point say like, oh yeah, but I ain't have to cheat, I could have just left. Or that don't mean I should have cheated on. That's what I'm waiting to hear when that story getting told. Or is it just gonna be all like, oh, that nigga did it first, so ooh, that's the red flag for me.
For sure.
So the story matters. It's all about the story for me. You know, you got anything else on that one before I move to the next one?
Yeah, the story definitely. I guess I need the story too, because if that conversation comes up, I'm gonna definitely ask. Oh, so what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, why you cheat?
exactly. She tried to say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's all that nigga sex wasn't good. Woo. So you stayed with him and just, you know, yeah, I couldn't deal with it. That's the red flag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when you get that. Oh, okay, for sure, I understand.
Yeah, I want
you smoked.
Yeah, your ass, you out of here. What makes you sure? Did you add this last question?
Nigga, I couldn't even see that shit.
For real?
It ain't come up on mine.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one before.
Okay.
Could you forgive cheating?
My girlfriend, though.
I agree.
With my
If
girlfriend,
you can't wait to
though.
do a dick until we married, what the fuck are you doing? You can hold out.
Nah, with my girlfriend, I got to get up out of there. But and you know, a lot of niggas be saying, "Nigga, I'm leaving regardless." You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how it'll be with, you know, if I'm in a marriage.
Yeah.
Like that's different. Like that's different territory.
Something to fight for.
For something to fight for is unfamiliar territory. I'm not finna just say, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna walk out and, you know, fuck my marriage, you know what I'm saying, because it was some infidelity. I gotta, hopefully I don't have to wait to see and get there to see what I'm gonna do. Hopefully that shit never happens, but I do know it's just not cut and dry. I'm out of here. It's gonna be some real soul searching.
I think I could forgive cheating in a marriage if there's a lot of communication and understanding around why it happened. If there's some accountability around why it happened, and if I can really understand how you got to that point. If I'm confused about how you got to that point, I can't forgive it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why part of my non-negotiables are communication and understanding, because I feel like we can get through a lot of shit with that. You know what I'm saying? However, cheating for me, and it's different parts of cheating, right? It's the emotional part, it's the lying, it's the sex, it's all of these things. The part that probably bothered me the least about cheating is the sex. Mm-hmm. And that shit used to make my stomach turn when I was younger. Like that's the shit that would make you want to throw up on your phone and throw up on her phone while you going through it and all that shit. And did you suck his dick and all that, like you just said?
Yeah.
Now, at this age, it's like you going into a situation with somebody new. You done fuck some niggas before me, and if we don't work out, you gonna fuck some niggas after me. You fucking is you fucking. That shit don't bother me right now. The thing that will bother me is knowing that every Thursday, when I thought you was at yoga class, you was getting stretched out by a nigga. The thing that would bother me is the fact that every time I called you and you didn't answer the phone and you called me back and told me you was doing whatever the fuck, I believed you. Yeah. With no second guessing. And I'm not believing you because I'm some goofy, gullible ass nigga who, you know, just don't know left from right. I'm believing you because I don't have time to not believe you. Yeah. I got shit to do. I got business to run. I got work. I got kids. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I got shit going on. So you taking that for granted. You know what I'm saying? You taking that trust and that leeway and that long leash I got on you for granted is and lying and just constant and just completely, disregarding my trust for you. That's what's gonna be hard to come back from.
Yeah, because it's like, you think about, there's so much psychological shit that go on when somebody cheats. Because just to touch on that example, you start thinking of all of these different, not fuck every Thursday. Anytime y'all was apart, you start thinking of maybe old conversations that maybe didn't seem right. And, you know what I'm saying, the cheating aspect brings that back up. Like, wait a minute, what was she at when she told me she was here or whatever? Or, it's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's tough to get over. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really violated, you know what I'm saying, my trust, and I don't have time to be trying to check for you. I don't have time to what you doing, where you at, what's going on, blah blah blah. I have no desire to do that.
Absolutely not.
Like, no, that's like if I have to think like that, if I gotta feel like that, and that's what we was talking about on live.
Anxious,
exactly. That's like an anxious attachment style.
Yeah,
I'm with the wrong person.
Yeah, it's easier. She don't a secure motherfucker. A lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead though. I got you off a little bit.
No, I was wrapping up with that.
I don't know, man. This cheating shit, it get deep. It's a lot of layers to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of layers to it when it comes to trust, when it comes to sex, when it comes to all these different things. I think that men have a harder time catching women cheating as well as something that you just spoke on. We're not as detail oriented.
No.
And I think that, for example, a woman can do some weird shit, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, babe, I know it's early, it's 6 o'clock, but I don't feel good. I'm going to sleep, right? And nigga could be like, yeah, all right, motherfucker. And just move on, right? And then the next week, a woman can say, she could go out and you talk to her at 10, 12 o'clock and she say, oh, I'm on my way home and oh, my phone died. I'm sorry, babe, last night my phone died. Woo. And you be like, all right, this motherfucker did some weird shit last week. Now she just did some weird shit this week, whatever the case may be. You know the difference with a woman? She gonna remember the day you did the weird shit, right? So she gonna say, Thursday, that nigga went to sleep early. This Thursday, that nigga didn't answer the phone at the club. Next Thursday, she waiting on you to fuck up. Like, they catch on our patterns so fucking easy because they detail oriented, right? And as niggas, we not doing all of that. So they could get away with murder because we can't catch a pattern for shit. We could catch a vibe, we could catch some energy. But, and there's another thing, a lot of niggas need evidence.
Yeah.
I don't need no evidence. I don't need no evidence to leave a chick. Like, if I feel like you're cheating, either you are cheating or I'm insecure. Either way, we don't need to be doing this shit.
Right. So, if you cheating, I'm out. If I'm insecure, I need to go work on myself.
Either way. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this shit finna end. Like, it don't matter. So.
But the detail-oriented shit, man, woman I'm dating, she is so crazy. I think she got selective memory. Mm-hmm. She say she brought up some shit. Bro, it was months ago. She was like, "No," because I remember because you had a headache that day, and it was around 12:30. Well, I'm like, "What the fuck? How do you?" Yeah. And when she said it, I'm like, "You're right."
Yeah,
that was in March. What the fuck is going on? So. That's another reason why I can't cheat because number one, I'm too careless.
You gonna get caught?
I'm a for sure get caught.
Yeah,
like it's no.
Yeah, man. This gonna be the last question, and this is the biggest one. What makes you so sure that you won't cheat again in a future relationship?
For sure. So what makes me so sure that I won't cheat again is I remember what it did to me.
Same.
I remember what it did to me. This was when I was super green too. It shattered like my understanding. It changed who I was. Cause mind you, I'm like 19, 20. I'm this one way. And we talk about how like, you know what I'm saying? You could possibly meet a guy who, is pure and don't want to do that shit. If something happens where, his outlook on women gets jaded, it can change his behavior towards women. It could either go far left or like neutral, whatever case may be. So, but for me, it changed. I couldn't be as in love with her as I once was. Like I just changed. You know what I'm saying? And I started thinking about the mind games, and I'm saying like, damn, this how you feel? Or, you know what I'm saying? You care about this guy, like, 'cause you know, women, they say men cheat physically, women cheat emotionally. So now I'm like, damn, when did you develop feelings for a nigga to have sex with him? You know what I'm saying? But it's, even though some women can just fuck a nigga and just move on or whatever. But I remember how it affected me, and I don't want to put nobody through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you got to look at your girl, like, even if you do get those temptations and desires, like when you think about your girl, you got to be like, I can't do her like that.
Yeah.
If that's not the mindset, like if you think, if you finna cheat or whatever the case may be, and you think about your girl and your dick overpowers, you know what I'm saying, you to be rational in that situation, and yeah, you might be a little heartless. But me personally, I can't do it because I just know how I feel, and I don't want to be responsible for that type of trauma on somebody at this age.
Do you remember, and I don't know if you can relate to this or not, but do you remember like how that experience like let the spirit of jealousy creep in?
Say it again.
Do you remember how that experience, if it did, let the spirit of jealousy like creep in with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
I remember the date, my first date, feeling jealous of another man. Like,
Ooh.
and it came from cheating. And it was like, I remember when that shit hit me, I never felt no shit like that before. I'm on this nigga Instagram.
Oh
This
my
nigga in
God,
the Benz.
bro.
I'm ready to go crack a card today. Like, I'm ready to go risk my freedom. I'm ready to go call one of the guys. Like, you got some weed. Like, I don't feel like it fucked everything up.
Comparison. You start like that opens. You absolutely right. So when you get cheated on, that absolutely, because at first you're very confident in yourself. Your partner wants you. You want your partner. Like nobody else kind of really matters. It's just y'all two. But then when somebody cheats, that opens up the door to now comparison. So now it's, why did you cheat? Now you're comparing yourself with the person they cheated with, and now if it's this certain type of guy, any guy that she follows, knows, who matches that description, now you feel like that he's a threat.
Bro, so what's some of the other thoughts that you thought though? Like let's get real vulnerable in this bitch. I would tell it all.
Okay. At the time, what's some other thoughts? Like why? Okay, y'all had sex. Like, do we fuck better than me? Like
Bingo.
Like,
That's one of the main ones. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Especially if she fucked the nigga multiple times. Like, damn, this nigga fuck better than me. Is this nigga dick bigger than mine?
Oh,
I ain't
absolutely.
never had an issue with my dick size till I got cheated on. I'm like, wait, I'm looking at my shit different. Like,
like wait a minute. Am I being lied to?
And then I'm going on a fucking spree. Right? Let's be real. Like, I'm going on a fucking spree
To regain
with
your confidence.
zero confidence. So I'm just using
to
these
regain.
girls.
Yeah.
To try to get some confidence, because I'm like, damn, she cheated on me. This nigga must fuck better than me. And I'm fucking them. I'm looking like, I'm trying to make them like moan, square. I'm really fucking this girl for validation to make myself feel better about her fucking somebody else. It's crazy.
And
it's
that is
sick.
not what sex is about. Like you're literally using a woman's body for validation. And yeah, those are definitely to be the thoughts. Like, man, dick bigger than mine, sex better than mine. Like, what is it? And the fucked up thing, you think you're missing something. You think something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And that is not the case. Like, this is just, like, that's just their decision. That's something that they got to deal with. Like, you are just fine, but yeah, it's fucked up.
So, to answer the question, for me, what makes me so sure that I wouldn't cheat again in a future relationship, what you just said, seeing what it did to me and knowing that I don't want to do that to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like losing the confidence, questioning your self-worth, questioning all the great quality. You will question your best qualities. Fuck the shit you was already insecure about. You questioning the best shit about yourself.
That's real.
Like you really at like a very, very low level. And you're not a good person to be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not a good person to date. Any of that. And I would hate to do that to somebody I care about. Like a lot of times, you know, you can cheat on a woman and she'll go cry and she'll be sad and she'll, oh, how could you? Da, da, da. She's not expressing those emotions to you though, about how she looking in the mirror and she don't see the same thing she saw before. You know what I'm saying? Because shorty's stomach a little bit flatter and now she just can't get over her own body. And now she might have some body dysmorphia and shit like that. Because you cheated with a girl who ass fatter than hers or whatever the case may be. I just wouldn't want to do that to somebody. Also, the value of companionship that I didn't have before, and not wanting to lose that, and just seeing how important it is just by being in my 30s, single, having so many responsibilities, and understanding how much companionship can make my life so much easier, and not want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that that's not easily replaceable. It could be 1,000 women who want to fuck with me, but they're all not going to be equipped to be a great companion for me and what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether they have the knowledge to even pick up the slack for what I'm trying to do, whether they have the care to even want to be into the shit that I want to be into, whatever the case may be. Those things. And also a big thing is understanding that just because I cheat on someone doesn't mean that I'm no longer in love with them. So when you cheat on your girl, you're still in love. When it's her turn to play back with you,
can't handle that. We can't handle it. We can't
So,
handle what we dish out.
We can't. So that should be your number one reason. It's like anybody doing anything don't think they gonna get caught. But nigga, if you do, and she decided to play with you, that shit can throw the whole. I just don't got time for it no more, bro.
And you know another reason I don't want to think about it, right? The way we talk on this podcast, you know, to the men we're trying to be, and we are and trying to be because we still growing. I don't want a woman to look at me and be disappointed. Like a woman that I care about.
Your woman.
My woman.
Not a woman, your woman.
Facts. I don't want my woman to look at me in disgust.
Yeah.
Like, I'm disappointed. Like, nigga, who are you?
Yeah.
You're not who you say you are. Like, that.
Lose respect for you.
Lose respect. Like,
yeah.
That is like, just think about that.
Yeah.
Some niggas, like, they just dogs. You know, some niggas is just, this is what they do, whatever the case may be. But if you somewhat of a good nigga, but you do have some flaws, because everybody, you know what I'm saying, temptation is very real. And if you fall to that temptation, before you do, this is why, you know what I'm saying, my pops, my favorite saying, you know what I'm saying, never stop thinking. Think it all the way through. Think it all the way through. Think of all the scenarios. Think of how you going to feel. Think of the process that you're going to have to go through to rebuild trust. Think about how long that's going to take. Think about how uncomfortable that's going to be. Think about how much stuff you're going to have to do to show that you, it's a lot of shit to try to rebuild trust and get a relationship, quote unquote, back to normal, which is not going to go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Once you cross that line, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you throw on red paint on a white carpet. You know what I'm saying? You can get it out a little bit, but you can still see that there was red paint on this carpet. If you break somebody's heart and you try to repair it, you know what I'm saying?
Still cracks in that motherfucker.
It still cracks in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So think it all the way through. And when you think it all the way through, I just got chills in my body because I don't want to go through that shit. Like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You can have your grandma at 70 years old telling you a story, a detailed story about how your grandfather cheated on her 40 years ago. 40 years ago. And she would tell you the most minor details. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't never the same. People don't forget, and it is going to be cracks there, and it don't matter what the fuck you do and how great the relationship going to be. Them scars going to be there. And it might turn out great in the long run, but them scars going to be there. And the shit was unnecessary.
No, I've heard stories that, you know, after cheating, people build strong relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched, but, I mean, you don't have to go that route to have a strong relationship.
Absolutely not, man. So, I hope this is helpful for my guys who in relationships struggling to stay single. I would want my relationship to have so much open communication that if I was strongly tempted to cheat, I could go tell my girl and we could actually have a conversation about it and get past it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that should make her put her on edge like a motherfucker. But if it was that tempting for me, whether we got to go get in therapy, whatever the case may be, I would want my relationship to be that much of a safe space to like, nigga, I'm a nigga, I'm flawed. Yeah. I ain't trying to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you what's going on with me right now and that I'm kind of tweaking out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Temptation. Before we head out, how would you? So let's just say you in a situation, you out one night, and I don't know, a woman that you want or had history with. Like, let's talk about what to do in those, like, when temptation is at your door, because it's a different ball game when it's right there. It's possible. It's a possibility that nobody can find out. You know, it's like, what do you do?
It's a great question. The first place my mind goes is she's not gonna shoot a thunderbolt at her pussy. I done got a lot of pussy, every position, every place, this is not gonna be a new experience.
Yeah.
And that dying thirst for new pussy never gets old until you realize that it's not new. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, And the other thing is, what do I gotta go through before and after getting this pussy, right? So I got a girl at home. Is this girl gonna let this new girl that I'm tempted to fuck? Is she gonna let me fuck tonight? If she do let me fuck tonight, I gotta tell a lie to get to her crib. I gotta tell a lie to stay at her crib. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna let my phone ring or cut it off. I gotta figure out the lie I'm gonna tell when I get to the crib. I gotta remember to maintain that lie. If she not gonna let me fuck tonight, I gotta keep up with calling and texting her until she let me fuck, and hoping my girl don't catch wind, and I gotta hide my phone and make sure she don't call me in the middle of the day, or I gotta explain to her not to call me at this time. And if she not cool, that's if she cool with me having a girl. If she don't know I got a girl, I gotta act like I don't got a girl and go sit in the car and try to talk to her at 8 o'clock because she want to talk at night, but I gotta be in the crib with my girl. This shit is too much, G. Like, think about what come with this pussy. It's ridiculous.
That's never stop thinking. That is thinking through the whole fucking. If niggas thought like that, nigga,
bro.
Man,
right now as a single man, I literally be finna take girls on dates and really look at their character and say, like, I've been on 1,000 first dates, bro. Why am I about to go through this process to get this? What have this person shown me to let me feel like they qualify for? And I'm not saying qualify like, oh, you got to qualify going on the first date with me, but qualify, yeah. Like at the end of the day, what is making me feel like this person qualifies for me to put this time and this effort in to even try to get to know them? Like, you got to show me something, because I done this too many times to go through what it take to do it again for no fucking reason. And I look at that, that's as a single nigga. So in a relationship, bro, all that temptation shit, and that you never going to be satisfied.
No.
If you fuck her once and don't care to fuck her again, was it really worth it? You just got a nut off. If you want to keep fucking her, now you got a side bitch. Cheating is one thing. Having a side bitch is crazy.
Niggas do it. Niggas take care of their side bitches. Niggas give them allowance.
When I was cheating, I never had a side bitch. Like, you're a wild, bro. And the reason why niggas be having side bitch, it's a lot of different reasons. But a lot of niggas don't got enough game to fuck a chick without having a long, extended, trying to woo her and court her and all that. If you can't just fuck a chick just cause you she wanna fuck you, and just cause you don't even need to be dealing with multiple. That's not even your game to play, dealing with multiple chicks. Like, that's just not for you. You are a one-woman man. If you gotta do all these things to convince a chick to fuck you, you are a one-woman man, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even need to be playing a cheating game, but having a side bitch is insane, bro. Yeah. I've never done that. Yeah, and I was a cheating motherfucker, but I was one you gotta get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So you got A&P though?
Man, A&P today, nigga, don't fucking cheat. Period, man. Don't do it. That's it. That's all I got for you.
All right, man. As we always say, I like my quote from earlier, man. Put on gas, belt to ass. If you got a goal that you want to chase in life, man, don't hesitate to shoot your shot, man. Think about what type of shooter you are, too. We need to put these shooters in categories. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me, myself, I'm a long-range shooter, and I'm a pure shooter. You're more of a volume shooter.
Funny ass. This nigga just labeled me all wrong. That's fucked up.
Whatever the case may be, man. But at the end of the day, again, shoot your shot at whatever you want in life, man. Don't let up job opportunities, the girl you want. Ladies, 70% of y'all listening to this, ladies. The man you want, you know what I'm saying? Y'all calling in, leaving these voicemails about whatever, all it's so hard to date. Get out here and shoot your shot, man. Go for it, whatever it is.
Shoot.
We out.
God in the king.